Hi, friends, my besties. I have hooded eyes. I'm 55 years old and I get it. I really do get it. So we're going to talk about all the things hooded eyes, but we're going to really focus on opening them up and creating lift. That's what we're missing. We're missing that awake, lifted brow bone. And we're going to just talk about some things that you can do in your steps for your hooded eyes to get the best out of your makeup application. So hi guys, if you are hopping on here, just say hey and let me know if you have hooded eyes. And if these tips help you, please follow me. Give me some likes, give me some hearts, all the things. Okay, so I'm 55 years old. I have been in the beauty industry since I've been 19 years old. I don't know how much that is, how long that is. It's a really dang long time. And I've been a cosmetologist. I still have my active license. I've been home for a few years now, and I've been on here just presenting all the things. So we're just going to go over kind of the physiology, that's not the right word, of what a hooded eye even is, and then what you can have in your palette to get the best out of the look that you're desiring. So first and foremost, let's do, did I already say that? First and foremost? I can get irritating. Hi guys, what's going on? It is so rainy here. We got like 2 inches of rain last night here in Ohio, and our backyard, you could swim in it. Literally, it is so bad. Okay, hooded eyes. I have my makeup on. I just kind of did a really simple makeup look today, and I didn't do anything on my eyes, but I just want to show you what a hooded eye even is. Okay, hooded eyes are when this hood, this one's more hooded than this, as you can see. See that one? I don't know why it's like that. But this one is more hooded than this one. I have fake eyelashes on. I did fill in my brows. So this right here, I hope this doesn't like give you the ick. This right here is hanging over and I have droop. So it's pointing downward when I go sideways like so, and it's hooded. I've had hooded eyes my whole life. Now they're hooded and drooping. So this right here is where we need to create, we can't see that brow bone. You know, you can feel it, but you can't see it anymore because of that, you know, or maybe never you could, is because of that skin. The skin will start, our foreheads fall, and that skin keeps drooping down, 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 down. And then we have the droop over here. And so we're going to do a few things to fix that. And I'm here to help you with all of the things. So I got so much fun going on here. All right. So the first thing you want in your eyeshadow palette is you want a lighter color for your mobile lid. And then you want medium to dark colors for above, in and above your crease. Okay. So placement is key. It's going to be key for everything that you do in hooded eyes. And I feel like you have to use an eye primer. My eye primer is Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion the color Eden. I just get it off of Amazon. If you look in my profile, you can find my Amazon storefront. I have this there. This is the color I like. This is the one I like. If you have an eye primer, just use it. That's all I ask is to use an eye primer. It helps your eyeshadow pop. Let me tell you what I did the other day. People are like, I don't think I need one. Okay, fine. Don't use one. But the other day I was slapping on some makeup and I don't even know what I was doing, if I was not going somewhere or what. And I thought, I'm just going to put some eyeshadow on with no eye primer. I really couldn't even see the eyeshadow. Eye primer will help oily eyelids, and it helps your eye. This one helps my eyes pop and the eyeshadow pop, and it helps cover up the redness in the veins that I have. Okay, so that is my soapbox for that. Then you need to make sure you're filling in your brows. I think it's one of the hardest things that we do as women over 50 years old, because we didn't fill in our brows, right? We didn't have to. That wasn't really a thing when we were in junior high, and it wasn't really a thing in high school. And then when we got married and whatever, I mean, I don't know, did you really fill in? You kind of did, you kind of didn't. And then they fell out. You hit menopause, your eyelashes fell out and your brows fell out, and then you were like, what do I do? So I like this. This is the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. I'm using the color taupe. It's a decent match. I wouldn't say it's like, you know, my very favorite. I've also used soft brown, but just fill in your eyebrows. So when you fill in your eyebrows, just I have tutorials. You can go look at my profile, but the main thing that you want to do is you want to go, see right there, the inner part of my eye, you want to go straight up and try to get your brow to start as close as you can straight up from that eye. And you want to make sure the tail goes out. You don't want it going down. You should not have a, what's that called? A rainbow, like upside, okay? That's not what you want. And you want to create an arch. So many of us, again, the brows are falling, the arches are kind of flattening out. You might have a flat brow. Do the best that you can. That's all I can say. And everything that you do, don't be so hard on yourself. If there's anything I can tell you, your mindset and how you talk to yourself is going to be just as important as what you're doing, okay? So we're going to fill in. And what I do is I like to start right here, and then I kind of will go like that. I like this because it's a pen. And then I just flick in the way that my hairs grow. The reason you want to do your brows is it's kind of giving you a little bit more lift around your eye, okay? And it's kind of giving it that that circling, like to help. What do I want to say? It's helping people to look at your eyes. If you have no brows on, you've got your eyes done and all of that, but you haven't done your brows, it's just an unfinished look. There's brow stamps. If you have no eyebrow at all, there is a brow stamp out there. Takes a little bit of work to get used to, but hey, if you don't have one, it might be worth it. So you want to make sure you create an arch and an arch. Typically, it's just about right above your pupil. Mine's over just a little bit, okay? Okay. Make sure you create lift. That's going to be your first bits of lift right there. Okay. Always use mascara. I have false eyelashes. The only reason I have false eyelashes is, first of all, I love them. But second of all, my eyelashes are so incredibly thin and short that it's not even worth putting mascara on. And I'm not joking. Okay. So I started wearing false eyelashes, but I don't care what you do. Just make sure you do something with the lashes. All right. So we're going to get into some colors that I love for my eyes. And I have my medium to dark shade for in and above my crease. And I have my light shade for my mobile lid. This is the mobile lid. The mobile lid is the one that's going to blink over your eyeball. So that's, this is your hood. That's the mobile lid. And then we're going to kind of play around with this light color because I'm going to bring in some of these shimmers and I'm going to show you the difference of one eye with just mattes. And then I'm going to show you the other eye with shimmers, and you can choose. The thing is whatever you put on this lid right here, the mobile part, let me really zoom in here. The mobile part, and I know many of us have very little bit, some of us have very little bit showing, right? Okay, let me look at you, okay? When I'm not lifting my brows, I naturally lift them. When I don't lift my brows, you cannot hardly see a darn thing, especially on the side. It's completely covered over here. But what you can see is that. And I feel like most of us, you can still see that. And that part right there, you're going to focus on if you can see it. If you have a really hooded eye, if you can see that part, that's where you're going to put the light to help open up your eye. And we're going to lift that hood up and get a fake brow bone is what we're going to do. But for me, my eye primer never creases. I do not know what's happening. What the heck? But for some of us, we're going to put that shimmer all the way across the lid because if we can see it, then we can open it up. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this warm color called Sedona. It's one of my very favorites. Let me get my eyeshadow brush, and you need a good eyeshadow brush. All right. So the eyeshadow brush, this one is double-ended. That's what I love about it. All of Saint makeup. This is all Saint. You can see I customized my own palette. That's the makeup that I use. Aside from some skincare makeup, I have skincare infused makeup that I use too, a cushion on my face. But all of these eyeshadows are Saint. They're very highly pigmented, which I love and I so appreciate. Because I don't know about you, but I, before finding this, would go buy eyeshadow, put it on my eye, and I was like, where is it? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, I will take, oh my gosh. I think my hair is falling out here lately. I'm going to take the most dense end, and I'll mark out my eyes for you. So we're going to take on there, on the end, and I'm going to put my eyebrows down, but I'm going to take, you see that? Is it like something new every day? And I'm going to lift my head like that. And you see where you can see the crease where my eye bends, where the fold is, like that. Okay, we're going to go way above there. So you're going to go above your crease. And then when you think you're high enough, you're going to go even higher. I promise you. So we're going to mark it out like this. Another way you can mark it out is like this. You can look at yourself in the mirror. See, that's a bad angle. And just go like this. And then you have to be able to see it with your eyes open. Drop your brows and look very naturally. Get the face on. And then that's what we're going to do. So we're going to make sure we mark it out right there above your natural crease. And then we're just going to blend it. So I have a fluffy end and I have a dense end. So I'm just going to take this, I'll flip it over, and then I'm going to tilt my head up because that's just what I like to do. I suppose you could do this and close your eye, but I like to tilt my head up. I feel like I have more control, and I'm not going to do that rainbow look. Remember I said we don't want our brows in a rainbow. We also don't want our eyes in a rainbow, because if you get it too low over here in this little pocket, it's going to draw your eye down. So we're going to tilt our head up, and we're just going to start blending this out. And I did put my dark on before my light. I guess I've been doing that lately. And then I take it, I blend it. Here's my new crease above my natural crease. It's like you're tracing your eyeball, okay? You gotta feel your eyeball right there. Go above it. Honestly, that's about what you do. Trace it, but you're gonna go out over here. Don't go straight down. So I often take a paper. If you really want all my tips, I take a paper. I don't care what you have, a business card, whatever you want. And you see right here, from here to the edge of my brow, I don't want any eyeshadow down in here. So what I'll do is I'll put this here to protect that area, close my eye, and take it in like this. And then I'll fill it. See that? Okay. I'll take it off and see how that gives me that really nice lift. And then I just kind of fill in where it needs filled in. Okay, so we're going to do that to the other eye. We're going to take it around our eyeball. We're not doing a rainbow. If you have really wrinkled eyes and really loose skin, that sounded awful. If you have kind of some loose skin, tap. You can tap it on, and it's going to be fine, honestly. So take it and do a little bit of tapping. I've been doing more tapping, especially on this one. It's got that funny little whatever it's happening over there, and it'll crease and it'll fold over. And it's like taking a balloon and letting the air out and then trying to write a straight line, and it jumps, right? So we want to make sure that we're not having that happen. And it doesn't always serve well to pull the skin. So you maybe can pull it a little bit for a little while. Okay. So see how we've created a new crease is what you've done. So you just want to kind of look at yourself, and what you don't want to have happen, because I see people do this, is this right here. Because see how this one right here looks like it's going down? Just make sure you get it up high enough into your arch of your brow. But you leave a little bit of this right here, needs to not have any of that darkness. It helps to accent the brow. Okay, so we have that darker color on, the medium to dark. Now I've added a lot of this, so we're getting a little bit dark, which is fine. For recording right now, we're going to be fine. So this shade here is called Sedona. You could use any. I have so many shades that you could put in and above your crease. It's not even funny. Saint has so many. If you're more fair-skinned, you could use Lullaby, Basic. See, I can't think of them unless I look at it. Chai, even London. What is the name of that? There's so many light to medium shades. Bubba is another one. Cafe. All of those shades will be that color that's going to add the dimension, that darker shade that is going to carve out that bone. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the smudge brush because I am. So the smudge, I need to wipe this off. Guys, if you don't have one of these, you're missing out. It's called a color changing tile. You use it for powders. It's not for our creams. And you just take it like this. I mean, I have a towel in front of me and I use that too, but it's just better to put this in your palette because you have a nice little customized palette right here. Okay, so we're going to take the color Paris. You could just put the light color on your mobile lid, but we're going to play a little bit. So I like this cut that's a pink shade, and I'm just going to tap it onto my mobile lid. Again, you could take that cupcake and just tap it on, but we're going to tap it on. Now you see I'm really not putting anything out there. I like the dark color on the outer part of my eye. Okay, so that's Paris, and Paris is so pretty with this. You wouldn't think, oh my gosh, why would you put a orangey color with a pink. I just love it together. Maybe you don't, but I do. Okay, so here's where one thing you can pull your eye and add it. Okay, so now you can see it more. Look at it. Take it. It's the weirdest looking thing. Okay, and then add it on. Okay, so now you have a light shade on your eye. That's help opening it up a little bit, right? Which is great. So many light colors that you can put on your mobile lid. And we'll talk about these. But there are some shimmers that you can put. And a shimmer is for if you like them. And if you don't think it accents your wrinkles on your eyelids, you can do it. But if you don't, there are a lot of light shade options. Because see, this is a shimmer. And what happens is the shimmer reflects the light. Okay. And then the mattes do not. But those mattes also will still help open up the eye. Yeah, those are all mattes. I'm like, wait, that looks really pretty. Right, that was Paris right there. Okay, so we're going to take Cupcake, which is a matte, and I'm going to put it just on the inner corner. This right here. Everybody needs this shade in the whole wide world because I use it in a couple different spots almost every single time that I do my eyeshadow. So I'll take this shade and I'll put it underneath my brow. Always, because we want to carve that brow, and then I'll just kind of blend it in. Okay, that right there. Now you can take this shade and we're going to put it right here on the inner corner just to make that pop a little bit more. If we can get it with, I already have that Paris on. Okay, so that right there, and we're going to add that. See how it's just opening it up just a little bit? Okay, it's only here on that mobile lid. You could take it across if you want, but we have that other color. Now I'm going to cover that up just a little bit. Swoosh that dark down. Okay, so that's going to help open the eye up a little bit, but then you can take a shimmer. Shimmers, honestly, I love so many of our shimmers. I'll tell you what ones that I use a lot. So this is the Cupcake that I just did, but look, that's Drift Shimmer. Look how much that Cupcake, here, let me do this. I'm going to do this instead. I feel like we're going to get better color payoff. There we go. There we go. And tap it on. Okay, so that's Cupcake right there, and that's Drift. But you see, I'll put Drift on the other eye. This is, hang on. What did I do here? Okay, so this was Drift, Sabrina, Rome, Sis, and then, what else did I put? Did I put Photoshop? Oh, no. That one was Riviera. So those are ones that you can put on your mobile lid. So we had Drift, Sabrina, Rome is kind of a champagne color. Then we have Sis, and then I had Riviera. Okay, those are really great colors for the mobile lid. But look, we have Cupcake, which I just put on there. Then we have Chai. Look at Rome, and then look at Chai. We have Paris, and that was, Sis. This one was Pup. Pup is another really pretty color. Did I put another one? Oh, yeah, Valencia. You can't hardly see it. It's kind of an orangey color. Those are really great colors right here for the mobile lid that'll help open them up. So on this lid, I will put, let's just put Drift since we used Cupcake. I'm going to use that Drift color, and I'm just going to show you the difference. And I like to put it on with my pinky. I like to take it, I like to pull my eye over, and I like to get it just on the mobile lid. Okay, see how that opens that up? But this is open too. So, there's so many choices for those of you that feel like you can't wear a shimmer. But yet, you still get that open up look with, I always get it in my eye with the matte. So matte shimmer, honestly. I mean, hello, look. So good. I could even put that Cupcake over a little bit and get more of an open look. So those are the rules of hooded eyes. Primer, you have to do your mascara and you have to do your brows. You have to get above your crease, okay? Where you see your crease here, you have to get it above it. And then when you've got to look at yourself in the mirror without raising your brows or whatever you do. Okay, you got to look at it straight on. And then I have one more tip for you. And then you've got to make sure you're not getting it too low, like this. Then you put a light color on your mobile lid, or you can do that first. It doesn't matter. Here's a shimmer. Here's a matte. Pretty dang close though, right? You still get a very pretty opened eye with the matte. And then mascara. Then this is the last little tip. I'm going to take my cushion color called Light. That's of course not the one on top, or the second one now. Okay, I'm going to take this cushion color called Light. This is my brightening shade. And I'm going to take this smudge brush again, and I'm going to tap it into it. So this is your brightener, not your concealer. We don't use a light concealer anymore as older ladies. And what I'm going to do is, remember where I put that paper from here to here? Okay. Well, maybe I made a little boo-boo. Excuse me. Maybe I made a little boo-boo and I got my eyeshadow too low. You can take that lighter shade and take it into your temples as a brightener, and you can clean that up. But that light shade also creates lift for you. Again, what are we doing with hooded eyes? We want lift and dimension. Lift and dimension, lift and dimension. Hi. It's all right. We're going to take it like that. I'm going to pretend that I put way too much on for you to be able to see it. That's okay. I'm going to go like that, and then I'll tap it off. Okay, so see how I have a nice lifted outside of my eye? That's what you want on all of it. And you can put a little bit of that light shade into your temple, because your temples are sinking in too. All right, so that's all the hooded eye tricks, well, that I have for this live. Eyeliner, I get asked about eyeliner because I never use eyeliner. My lashes give me almost an eyeliner look. So if you are using eyeliner, which is fine, get it in the lash line. So what I mean by that is, instead of lining heavily up here on the lid, take your, I'm going to do something here. You're going to laugh. If you wear fat eyelashes, you have to fill in. See, I got eyeshadow on my lashes. This is so stupid. Okay, so take your eyeliner and wiggle it into the lash line and get it in there, because the idea of liner is this. It's to make your lashes look thicker. Okay, so get or you can even do the waterline, and get that eyeliner up in here like that, and that's going to make your lashes look thicker, and it's going to help open up your eyes. If you are a dark eyeliner person on the bottom, I don't even wear mascara on the bottom, and there's a couple reasons. I do have some now. Well, I can put some on. Where'd I put it? Oh, I did. Oh, there it is. Saint came out with mascaras. I don't put it on there because I'm too lazy. I already have my lashes on, so I don't want to. So I'm going to use Lash Leather. This is if you have hooded eyes, you're going to find that a tubing mascara is going to be your friend, because oftentimes the hood lays on the lashes. You know, you've got your lashes curled up and they're all nice and lovely, and then your hood comes down and lays on them, and then you end up with mascara on your hood. So you can take like a volumizing mascara and close it up with a tubing mascara, or just use a tubing mascara. That's what this is. Saint came out with this one. It's Feather is the tubing, but I used to use Thrive, and it's a tubing. What that means is, you go to take it off, you pull it off in tubes off of your lashes. It like creates a tube around your lashes, and that's great for hooded eyes. So if you want to wear liner on the bottom of your eye, I would suggest putting a real nice feathered look down there. Take it and put it real light and kind of smudge it out instead of a harsh line. We used to wear the harsh line, and I know a lot of us my age do it. We do a dark line here and a dark line here, and what happens is it closes your eye. I should do a comparison sometime, because it has a dark and your eye's smaller, and that's what encompasses your eye, and it makes it look smaller. So if you can do a couple of those adjustments, just kind of wean yourself off of the real heavy liner on the lower part and kind of smudge it out, and even take it maybe from the pupil out. Okay. And then if you want to do mascara, of course, on the bottom, I've heard people yippity yap about, should you wear it on the bottom? Shouldn't you? I don't think it matters. I mean, I think it's a really nice, fresh, clean look without it, but I'm just too lazy to get it out and do it. So I get it all over myself. I'm trying really hard not to. You know what I should use? So this brush that I was using, it's a brush from Saint. It's for this right here. So why don't I do that? So you get it on here and then you put it on your lower lashes. Which is easier than that dang thing. All right, there. Look at that. It's so good. I think it's called the feather brush. But I could be lying to you. I smudged it. Okay, so if you want it on the bottom, get it from the bottom, or put it on the bottom, or don't. I don't think, you know, see that. I don't think it's going to open up your eye any less or more by putting mascara on the bottom, or it doesn't for me either. Oh, Mimi, you're going to ask me what it's called. I can't remember. I literally cannot remember what this, it's the new brush. I want to say feather, but I don't think it is. I'm sorry. It's the newest brush from Saint, and yeah, it is truly, truly amazing. I really, really like it, and I like this end for eyeliner, small, like the inner part of the eye, but I can't remember. I'm sorry. You would think I would know. All right, that's it. I'm done. I've taken up your time. Mimi, if you come back after I post this and put in the comments what the name of the brush is, I would really appreciate it. All right, guys. Hooded eyes. Peace out. See ya.